I never thought much about the silver sedan that appeared behind me on my commute home from the hospital. Night shifts as an ER nurse in a mid-sized Ohio town meant driving the same stretch of highway at 3 a.m., radio low, windows cracked to stay awake. The first time I noticed it was a Tuesday in early March. It stayed 2 car lengths back, headlights steady, never passing, never falling too far. When I turned off at my exit, it followed, then peeled away at the last second toward the industrial park. I chalked it up to someone else working late. The next night it was there again, same distance, same patient pace. I slowed to let it pass. It slowed too. I sped up. It matched me. By the time I pulled into my apartment complex lot, it had vanished down a side street. My heart thumped once, hard, then settled. Coincidence, I told myself. People take the same routes. For a week it became routine. Every shift end, the silver car materialized in my mirror like it had been waiting. Never close enough to read the plate clearly, always just far enough to stay anonymous. One night, I took a different exit, looped through a gas station, doubled back. It was gone. Relief flooded me until the next shift. There it was again, waiting at the on-ramp like it knew I'd come back. I started documenting. Photos of the headlights in my mirror. Timestamps is scribbled in the Notes app on my phone. March 12th, 3:17 a.m. Silver sedan, 4-door. No front plate visible. March 14th, same car followed to within 2 blocks of home. I showed the pictures to my roommate, Jess. She frowned, said it looked like the same car every time. Suggested I call the non-emergency line. The dispatcher was polite, but said without a license plate or direct threat, there wasn't much they could do. Keep recording, vary your route, maybe install a dash cam. I bought the cheapest dash cam I could find online, mounted it that weekend. The first night with it running, the silver car appeared right on schedule. The footage was grainy but clear enough. Late model Honda Accord, silver dent on the passenger side fender. Still no plate shot. I drove faster than usual, took turns I didn't need. It kept pace until I hit the residential streets near my place. Then it turned off. I sat in the parking lot with the engine running, replaying the clip until my hands stopped shaking. The following week, I changed my entire commute, left the hospital 20 minutes early, took surface streets instead of the highway, parked in guest spots instead of my assigned one. For 3 nights, the mirror stayed empty. I slept better than I had in months. Then on the 4th night, pulling into the guest lot, I saw it parked 2 rows over. Lights off, engine idling, no one visible inside. I didn't get out. I drove straight to Jess's boyfriend's house instead and slept on their couch. The next morning I went to the police station in person, showed the dash cam footage, the phone photos, the notes. The officer listened, nodded, said stalking cases were hard to prove without repeated direct contact or threats. They ran the partial description through their system. Nothing. Suggested I file for a civil protection order if it continued, but I'd need more evidence of intent. They gave me a case number and told me to call if anything escalated. It escalated quietly. My shifts ended, and the car was there, but farther back now, almost respectful. One night it followed me all the way to the grocery store I stopped at on the way home. I stayed inside longer than necessary, watching through the glass doors. It waited in the lot, lights off. When I finally left, it tailed me home again, then disappeared. The first note appeared on my windshield 2 weeks later. Plain white paper under the wiper. You drive carefully? I like that. No signature. I photographed it, left it there, drove to the station. The officer took it as evidence, said handwriting analysis might help if they ever had a suspect. They still had no plate, no name. I requested a schedule change at work, switched to days. The silver car vanished during daylight hours. I thought maybe it was over. Then one afternoon I came out of the hospital after an early shift and found it parked across the street from the employee entrance. Driver visible this time. Male, 30s or 40s. Baseball cap low, staring straight ahead. When I looked, he started the engine and pulled away slowly. I moved out the following month. Broke the lease, paid the fee, found a place 20 miles away with better lighting and a gated entry. Changed my routine completely. No more night shifts, no more predictable stops. I traded my car for something smaller, different color. For 6 months, the mirror stayed clear. Last week, I was driving home from a friend's house after dinner. Rural road, no street lights. A pair of headlights appeared behind me, kept a steady distance. I slowed. They slowed. I sped up. They matched. My pulse hammered in my throat. At the next intersection, I turned left onto a side road I barely knew. They followed. I pulled into a well-lit gas station, parked under the canopy, went inside, and stayed until the car drove past without stopping. I sat in my new car with the doors locked, engine running, watching the road. The headlights didn't return. But I know they will eventually. Because people like him don't stop when you change the route. They learn the new one. I still check my mirrors every few seconds. I still park under lights. I still keep the dash cam running even on short trips. And every time a silver car appears behind me, even if it's just heading the same direction, I feel the old tightness in my chest. He never spoke to me, never threatened me. He just followed. And sometimes that's all it takes to make you feel hunted.